Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl, Dr. Samara, and we are back with another episode for the Forex Bootcamp for Beginners. If you haven't already, go ahead and go like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel because it is what? It is free. And at the end of this video, you will be able to recognize, spot, even draw some support and resistance lines so that you can start making some profits in the market. So let's get into it.
He want the stoop, she want the tea, she want the tea. I cannot speak, we keepin' it street, we keepin' it street. I took a loss, but you still gon' get beat, you still gon' get beat. How much it costs? It never been cheap.
So let's talk about support. Support is basically the price level where ultimately the market decides to stop falling. Okay, so this is when your buyers are going to step in. So think of it in a way as the support being like the dance floor. Every time that you bounce on the dance floor, you kind of like come back up because that is the floor is your support, if it makes sense in that analogy. So then what is resistance? Resistance is pretty much going to be the opposite of what support is. Resistance is where the price level basically stops at a certain rising. So it's like a high rise in a way. So think of your resistance being a ceiling, high floor ceiling, right? Anytime that we kind of go, basically with resistance, pretty much that you hit your ceiling in your house, you're basically going to come right back down. Okay, so that is pretty much what resistant versus support is. So why do a lot of traders or even myself use support and resistance? Basically, support and resistance kind of give you that prediction of where the market is going to go. It also gives you some ideas of possible or potential take profits, as well as entry levels, including your stop losses. With your resistance and support line, they are very much useful in determining those numbers as far as what you need to input into your trading platform while you're trading. So I completely do approve the use of resistance and support because that is literally my strategy. And I have been profiting for 2 years straight by using this same exact technique and strategy. So I would say some tips that I would like to give to you guys would be when it comes to creating your support and your resistant lines, please make sure that you are understanding the overall trend for the market. It makes things a lot easier. And honestly, guys, this allows you to make profit rather than losing. Another tip that I would suggest also would be to ensure that you are implementing a lot or majority of time frames before you get into the market. It's very important to get an idea of what the overall trend or what the overall direction that the market is going into, because again, this allows you to see if your trade is going to execute very well or execute very badly. So it's very important that you utilize everything that is provided to you so that you can be confident and ensure that the decision that you do decide to use for trading is going to be appropriate. And last but not least, I would say as a beginner, start including your stop losses. Is very important to get into the habit, because if you are a beginner trader, most likely you are probably only going to deposit very minimum, or if you are planning to deposit a very high fee, you just want to make sure that you are utilizing every technique, every strategy to ensure that you are able to make some profit from this market. So always focus on the main purpose of trading is to be profitable. So in order to be profitable, you have to do a lot of studying and training, and just repetition is key. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys an example of how you can go into the market and create and set your resistance and support lines. So let's get into it. Right now I'm on my iPad, and let's see. All right, so guys, again, I'm just using TradingView for educational purposes only. But right now, when it comes to you creating your support line, so this is the floor. Remember, support is the floor. How I'm going into it is pretty much I am placing it at my harami style candles. Your harami candle is going to be a smaller candle next to your larger candle, or I am placing the line support or resistance. It's going to be either at the harami, the double twin, so double the same basically. So the same high tops or the same bottoms of a candle. So either or. And then when it also comes to the wicks, so you may have a candle that has a wick aligned to a bigger candle with a shorter wick. I go with those as well, of either creating a support and resistant, because wicks are actually your friends in the long run. I used to not like wicks for the longest, but wicks are definitely your friend when using or considering this as a part of your strategy in trading. All right. And right now, I am going ahead to locate the other lining. So right now, I only have a support, and then now I have a resistant. Remember, the resistant line is going to be the ceiling. Now I'm placing another line because, of course, I love to trade during when the market is moving, because this gives you an idea of where the market is at. So as you guys can see, I have three lines. At the very bottom, the last bottom, that is going to be your support. Okay, this is your main support level. The middle can either be a support or a resistance, and then the top is going to be your higher resistance. So that is the way you should be able to differentiate when you do have multiple lines. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I meant by how resistance is the ceiling and support is the floor. As you guys notice here at the very third line, the last line, which is the support line, you notice that the candles decided to bounce back up. So it hit the line where we placed it at 26,042.4. However, as you guys notice, it bounced back up by that line. Okay, just like with the ceiling standpoint, if you notice as well, it's not directly where we placed our line, the middle line at 26,139.9, but you notice that it did once upon a time did have some resistance against the actual ceiling. So as you notice here, that's how it kind of broke through, and now we have a new support line. So now we have a new support. So hopefully that makes sense. But here I'm just showing you guys, I'm just circling so you guys can see what I mean by how it stays within on the dance floor, bounces back up, gets right back on the dance floor, and then so forth with the resistance. All right, and then another example I would like to show you guys is how I go about with identifying my TP as well as my entry level. Basically, if you notice right here, I am looking at the 1 minute time frame. That 1 minute time frame, this is why I say utilize every time frame, because this is going to give me the numbers that I'm unable to see on my higher time frame, since it's such a larger time frame compared to the shorter. So I'm really trying to ensure that I am getting every pip, every point that I need into my account. So as you notice here, what I'm doing is basically creating some more support and resistant lines, and I am implementing a price entry. We're doing a price entry at 26,243, and we're doing a TP, which is my profit line that I want the market to kick me out, is 26,500. Or, okay, 26,250. I knew something was wrong. So this is basically my buy stop opportunity for this pair. Now, this did happen on October 29th when I did record this, and this was at 10:49 p.m. So, all right. So if you find that this Forex Bootcamp for newbies is successful for you or very helpful in your direction of you becoming a successful trader, go ahead and go like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel because it is what? It is free. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.